Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the City of Arcola. Thank you to the residents, to the staff, to the developers and other community members, former leadership that we have here with us today. My name is Kim Daly, and I am the attorney for this wonderful, historic, incredible group of women behind me. We are here today to put voices to the fight on behalf of this historic, all-female administration. Now, as many of us know, on the national level politics, the progress or the lack thereof that is occurring is being distracted and overshadowed by vitriol, by nastiness, by flat-out lies, defamation, harassment, and intimidation. And unfortunately, that same spirit seeks to seep its way into Arcola. But Arcola is a strong city, and Arcola soil is good, and it rejects that seed of division. And so what happens when lies and rumors and accusations and harassments cannot ground themselves in reality? It's what happens to all great intimidation tactics. They find their way online to Facebook groups where anyone with any internet access can consider them the mayor of their own town with their own agenda, with its own laws. Now, as with many stories of women achieving meaningful progress, this harassment is nonstop against this administration. And it not only impacts the women standing behind me and the leaders of this great city, but also the residents who are dissuaded from participating in the political process, who come to recognize progress as some sort of drama, and it ultimately seeks to divide and tear apart the great progress of these women. And on one hand, I do get it. If I had once had the ability to make great progress for a city that I loved, and I didn't accomplish that in the way that it could have been accomplished, if I didn't have the grounding that I had, I would want to diminish and hide and overshadow and deflect from those accomplishments. But that is not what we are going to do today. The old way of spectacle, of controversy, of division, of lawsuits, of fractured relationships, that old way is gone. This administration will not be silenced. This administration will not be intimidated. This administration cannot be stopped. And I believe those facts are spreading fear amongst those who seek to destroy that progress. We are here to put our feet down in the roots of the progress that Arcola deserves and that has been fighting for so long. And so without further ado, I am pleased to introduce Priscilla T. Graham, who will speak more on the history of this city. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm really happy to be here. My name is Priscilla T. Graham. I am a Gulf War vet. I'm a proud graduate of Texas Southern University. I have spent most of my adult life serving my country, my community, and my people. I stand before you today in the middle of one of the greatest American stories in American history. Arcola. Yes, Arcola. She's a woman. She was birthed from the plantation and slavery. And here we are today. Since her birth, she has been abused and misused for many, many years. And we are here today to set the story straight, where we bring her back to life and place her in her rightful place. At one time, she was the principal city of Fort Bend County. And as you know, as slavery goes, she goes. And so we are here to put in her place and bring her light back and raise her from the ashes. And there's no one more better suited for that position than Mayor Vita Williams. She is born from Arcola, born and raised, and she has spent most of her adult life serving this community in whatever capacity that she could. I don't think that in a lifetime she could have ever thought that she would be the mayor of Arcola and serving on a greater level than what she is now. So I present to you our native daughter, Dr. Vita Williams.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. As Attorney Daly has stated, the leaders of this city, we are putting our voices to the fight that too many of us have had to endure in silence for years. We invited you all here because over the past years, you've covered Arcola from one lens, from the lens of drama associated with our city. Today, we're hoping to turn that page, to call your attention to the great work and the productive business that this administration has been doing over the past year, and to move our city forward. Standing with me today, the leadership of this city exemplifies competency, ability, professionalism, and education. This is the cape we don each day as we stand on that which is right and legal in seeking the best interest of our community. As we stand up to the drama and the constant disrespect and harassment that we experience every single day. And we stand with each other, united, as we work to build a better Arcola while navigating the unfortunate state of politics as it is today. So in many ways, today is our way of putting our voice to the fight that has been waged against us, actually, and really against the city of Arcola for the past year and a half. We are hopeful that we can put the drama behind us and call the attention to the city's destination and where it's headed. We made positive changes from the parking lot to the purse strings. For those who haven't been here before, you'll notice a difference when you just drive up to the building. We wanted to ensure that your first encounter with the city of Arcola is welcoming and certainly more appealing than it has been. It's part of our citywide beautification initiative, and we thought it important to lead by example. So we started here at City Hall. So after all the negative spotlight that has been placed on our city for years, and yes, some of it is self-inflicted, now it's time to turn the corner to the professional and positive work that is happening. We would like for all to report that for the first time in the history of this city, we were able to go to the market to attain certificates of obligation to make critical capital improvements to improve the quality of everyday living for our residents. Many of those projects have already begun and are complete. We made significant investment in public safety, bringing 4 new police vehicles and 4 new positions to the PD. Massive investments in infrastructure, both old and new. We're expanding our wastewater treatment plant and water plant as we speak. We'll start the installation of our water plant in January, so that's going to be a very interesting process. We've made investments in old infrastructure throughout the city to address drainage, to include upgrading all of our lift stations, and then also bringing in some new ones. We've raised over 30 manholes thanks to our partnership with Fort Bend County, and provided ditch cleaning and regrading throughout the city for our most problematic areas. We've also got approved for funding for mitigation of West Fork Chocolate Bayou. You know, that's that big bayou that runs through the entire length of the south end of our city. And it is a serious factor when we're talking about flooding in the city. We also are going to be starting a street rehab project. We've secured funding for our first ever city park, a wellness park, that's currently underway as we speak. And we'll soon be welcoming a new community center right next door, just adjacent to City Hall, thanks to Fort Bend County and its parks bond. And of course, y'all, we have new development that is helping us to do all of this as well. We have a beautiful new subdivision right to our next door here, Post Oak Point, with 400 and something homes fully built out now, and the city is still growing. And as we prepare for our newest developments just south of City Hall here, Reverie Ranch. It's going to bring an additional 500 homes, and that development is starting too. So we're very grateful, and we're in a very good position for growth, and we're positioned for that growth. We're ready for that growth. So let me just tell y'all, with this growth, we have prime commercial space just over here on Highway 6 that's currently available for purchase. So if you want to bring a family-focused, fine dining experience to our growing city, then hey, we got a spot for you here in Arcola. And if you really want to be the talk of the town here in the city, think about bringing a grocery store to our city. So as Arcola continues to grow, we are open to new business. And as always, we will continue to prioritize our greatest resource, our residents, as we attend to the business of the people. As a native resident of the city, I've stood as an advocate in this community for decades. As a professor of sociology, I've often told my students how, it is important to study the conditions of people in their communities. But it is equally important to look for ways to improve those conditions for those people. That is something that I believe that the role of leadership plays in this city, and I think we're effective in doing just that thing. We want to ensure, as Ralph Waldo Emerson says, that Arcola is left just a little bit better because we are here. With the help of these women and the rest of our staff here at the City of Arcola, we are laser focused on doing just that. As a compassionate human being, I comprehend the notion that the state of politics does not have to be as vicious as it has become. But what I found is this. People don't fight so dirty because they're so anxious to represent and serve you, the people. People fight this dirty when there's something in it for them. So what we are doing today is taking a stand. We are standing for our residents, those who have been exploited and harassed, those wanting decency in their government, for their freedom to engage and participate in their governance without fear of becoming a target of that same harassment. We are standing for our city to heal and protect her reputation. We are standing for all the women who, over the past decade, have endured this same constant harassment and disrespect in silence from the same source as they have served our community. Thank you, ladies, for your service. We are standing for any young girl or woman who sees our fight, whether she's in her classroom, the locker room, or the boardroom, who wants to make a difference for others. None of us have to be afraid to take a stand for a more civil discourse and free from bullying, intimidation, and harassment. We are standing for ourselves, not behind a social media post, not as anonymous. We are here in the light of day to say we are fed up and we are standing up. And I'm standing for my hometown. The roots of my immediate family are more than seven decades deep in Arcola, and her reputation is worthy of being restored. As the youngest of 12 kids growing up here in Arcola, trust me, I know how to stand up for myself, with an army of supporters behind me. And just as my family has always stood firmly with me, so too has my City of Arcola family. And I'm so proud to stand here with all these ladies. So thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Erica Carr, Police Chief of the City of Arcola Police Department. Public safety is and will always remain our highest priority. In recent weeks, deliberate misinformation campaigns have circulated online, attempting to distort facts and undermine the trust in the City of Arcola and its police department. These actions do not just harm reputations, they pose real risks to community safety by spreading confusion, sowing division, and eroding the sense of security our residents deserve. This online harassment has unfortunately spilled into real-world encounters, including incidents where officers have been followed, filmed, or targeted while performing their duties. I have also been subjected to personal attacks and harassment, targeted attempts to intimidate and discredit my leadership. Such actions are not only unjustified, but deeply concerning as they distract from the department's critical mission to serve and protect the community. Despite these challenges, the Arcola Police Department continues to make measurable progress in strengthening public safety, transparency, and community trust. With the support of Mayor Williams, the City Council, and the resiliency of the female leaders in this city, we have expanded patrol coverage, adopted innovative technologies, and strengthened partnerships that make Arcola a safer place for families, businesses, and visitors. A secure community lays the foundation for economic growth, housing development, and long-term stability, and each day, Arcola moves forward with that vision at its core. The City of Arcola and its residents deserve safety, integrity, and a peace of mind. That remains our unwavering commitment, and we will not be silenced. We will not be intimidated or distracted from doing what we were called to do, to serve with honor and to protect with pride.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Annette Wahartha. I am the city administrator for this beautiful city, City of Arcola. And I am so proud to stand before you with these educated group of women leaders. They are incredible. Together, we have executed historical accomplishments. Just in July of this year, the City of Arcola, with the help of these wonderful women, went to the market to get certificate of obligations. We have never been in the market before. Together, we were able to answer the many questions from Standard & Poor's. Each of these women behind me, as I stated, played an important role. We went to the market with the City of Arcola for certificate of obligations with the Standard & Poor's bond rating of AA. That is history. That is an accomplishment. We are so proud of that. We work long, hard hours to see progress and to accomplish our goals in this city. We are not afraid to work. We are a team that stands before you to state that we will not, and I reiterate, we will not tolerate behavior that damages our reputation and our relationships. So let's be clear. We're not afraid of anybody, and we will get the job done. In the meantime, let's have a level of RESPECT, a level of respect. If anyone aims to undermine us, then go somewhere else, not in Arcola, and not with these educated female leaders that stand before you. I conclude by thanking each of you and Mayor Williams for giving me a platform to have a voice. Thank you.
Thank you to each of these women who have just sat here and impressed upon me more and more how special of a place Arcola is. We all have the opportunity to witness history in the making as this city rises up into its fullest potential. You have heard about all the new developments, all of the healed and repaired relationships over and above the little drama that people are putting out on Facebook. So our goal is for every resident, for every leader, for every developer, and for every person who has a heart for Arcola to know, here is a place where you will be protected. Here is a place where you will be developed. Arcola is a place where your voice matters and when your voice cannot be silenced. As these women remind me often, the goal is to make Arcola more of a destination than a detour. And when that is your goal, distractions will fall by the wayside. So thank you all for being here today. I want to reiterate the importance of the work that is being done and the resiliency and the initiative and the boldness and the courage and the excitement of the women behind me to continue to lead Arcola with the standard of excellence. We hope that you will join us in that effort. Thank you. If there are any questions, we would be happy to address them. If you have them for a particular person, just let us know.
I have a question. Actually, for you, directed to the attorney.
Sure.
I'm curious if you could, a lot of us are familiar with some of the other faces surrounding you, but I would love to understand more your role and what brought you here and working with the city today.
Yes, so I am here on behalf of each of these women. I am a civil litigation attorney, and my job is to primarily protect people's rights in court. When I first met these women, it was in a firestorm of defamatory remarks and harassing behavior. So my job is to protect them both legally and also to help advance the initiatives that they have on behalf of this city. But most importantly, I want anybody to know that this administration operates with ethics and integrity, and if you're gonna mess with them, you gotta come through me.